We shall. We shall. All right. 2021 crypto literacy report suggests almost all Americans fail to comprehend basic crypto knowledge.
I could have
Yeah.
told you that.
And you know what? 96, that's 1 out of 25.
Yeah.
So you got 25 people, you know, like in the DMV at any one time, maybe one person knows. So yeah, recent study, 99% of people from Mexico and Brazil and 96% of Americans fail to grasp the basic concepts of cryptocurrencies. Out of all the survey respondents aware of Bitcoin, 17% in the US, 15% in Brazil, 14% in Mexico own the crypto asset.
That's growing.
That is pretty big, I would say. 17% in the US say they own Bitcoin. All right. A report published by cryptoliteracy.org further explains that 9 out of 10 survey respondents did not know that Bitcoin supply is capped off at 21 million. Now, if this is a cryptoliteracy.org poll, yeah, I mean, it can be something from their website because it'd be much, much higher numbers. But I wonder, you know, we always talk about this like, what is the data sample? Is
Mhm.
this, just a randomized thing? You know, are they calling home phones? Well,
Mm.
that's not representative of America, you know? So, like, the Pew Research and all these things, it's, I don't know, they really have to ask a lot of people to get a fair representation, and even then, you gotta really dive into how do they ask people. Was this asking online? Was this, door to door? Was this phone calls? What were the phone calls? Were they home phones? Were they cell phones? Is this spam email? So, again, you just gotta be careful with this data. I mean, you can kinda get any kind of number you want out of it, but it is good that we see it just continuously grow.
Well,
Uh,
and
okay.
what I would take from this also is it shows how early we still are, regardless of
Yep,
the how accurate it is or how
yep.
many people. We're still extremely early. If you feel like maybe you missed the boat, you haven't, because the opportunity is in the unknown and doing the work before it is common knowledge and before it is easy for people to understand. So I would see this as a very optimistic thing if you're new here, that there's a lot of time left and a lot of opportunity for you still in crypto, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we are still early. I mean, you can see that with what we talked about earlier, the Discord. Like they
Mhm.
don't understand Web3 and all that entails. So the Crypto Literacy Org report explains that 1/3 of respondents thought purchasing crypto was easy today. Furthermore, the survey believes crypto is failing its mission of financial inclusion. That's interesting. Ownership tends to point to wealthy and highly educated users at this point in time, according to the survey's result. Additionally, older generations are left behind in regard to cryptocurrency comprehension, as 67% of US baby boomers had a lack of crypto knowledge. I would say this is victim mentality. I don't know, language here. I'm not a fan of that, saying people are left behind. I'm not a fan of saying you have to be highly educated to
Mm-mm.
understand crypto. I think all that's just excuses. You will learn anything you're interested in,
Yeah.
period. Some people, like I'm thinking of a family member in specific. I'm not going to name him. Todd, I'm gonna name him. And you know what? He'll tell you all about the Astros. He'll tell you all about Dallas Cowboys linemen's draft. What high school they went to, or they went to this college. You know what? We have mental shelf space. I
Mhm.
choose to fill my mental shelf space with crypto. Is that a good thing? I mean, my crypto wallet thinks so,
It's working
like,
out.
do I have less time for Magic the Gathering? Yeah. Do I have less time for sports? Yeah, I don't even follow sports anymore. I used to do fantasy football and watch Sports Center every day. You know what? I'd rather watch crypto content now. So we learn what we want to learn. But saying people are being left behind or they're not smart enough, that's not the right mentality. That's not the right
No.
language. Everybody's smart enough to get involved. Of course,
100%.
obvious exceptions, but you can get involved on some level, even if it's you like the Doge meme and you want to retweet it. Hey, now you're involved. Okay. Can you figure out how to work your smartphone? Then you can figure out, I hate to say it, you can figure out Robinhood, like you
Yeah.
can get your baby level exposure. But saying people are getting left behind or not smart enough, that's just very
Yeah.
wrong. And I
I
don't want you to feel that way ever.
No, I agree. That was a great breakdown there. I always say if you're smart enough to buy something on Amazon, then you're smart enough to
There you
figure
go.
out crypto. Like
And
if
you
you
know
can
what?
do that,
Do you remember 10 years ago, every grandparent said they'll never learn a smartphone?
yep. And now,
I can't figure it out. Oh, I don't know how you do that, but what are you hitting those buttons? Now, what are they all using?
yeah, you
They're
can't get
all
them off Facebook on their cell phone.
exactly. And my grandpa, I'm gonna go see him this December. He's about to be put in a home. Wayne, shout out to Grandpa Wayne here. And he was one of those same people. He's 90. Okay, so he was working a smartphone last. Okay, he talk about old dog learning new tricks. He learned in his 80s, okay? And it's not like he's solving nuclear physicist equations, in his spare time or anything. He's 80 something. You talk to him, it's like talking to an 80-year-old person. And he learned a smartphone. He learned Facebook on his phone. So yeah, if you can order something on Amazon, you can figure out Facebook on your phone. You can figure out crypto. It's not that hard. It sounds scary because there's so many layers, but we all start surface level. When we flounder, we flop and we grope.
Hmm.
And then next thing then we're shin deep. Next thing you know, we're treading water with weights around our ankles. Okay. And we're swimming with the weight above our head.
Yep.
You'll get there. All right. Slowly but surely. Slow will win the race here. But
I would say there's never been a more economically inclusive environment than where we have with digital assets
yeah,
today.
when I see things saying it's exclusive
Yeah.
or, gatekeep, no, it's not. It's open. It's the definition of open.
Yeah.
Like, all these other banking is a gatekeeper.
Right.
Crypto frees that. So, yeah.
Accrediting investing, everything that exists in the current economic structure that existed before, that is gatekeeping. Crypto's about as open as it gets. So yeah, I would agree. That article's pretty off base.
Easy is the cool uncle that ruined Facebook.